spill some air right here.
Real spill.
I'm
Real
happy.
spill.
Let me get some. Hey, hold on.
Okay, real spill. That's what I'm talking
What's up, man? It's Chef Walker, and I'm the chef studio cook. Fucking with real spill podcast. On the real side. On that business.
Let's do it. Let's do it. One more time. We are on StreamYard and we're gonna get to the bottom of this shit. Cause it's a lot of I hear it. I hear it. I hear what's going on out there about the kid, the guy Durk. He's going to trial. He's fighting for his freedom. Him and his lawyers are now going to trial with 12 jurors and the prosecution. Durk pled not guilty, which means they must proceed to have a trial. That means you're innocent. You're you're professing that you're innocent. The trial is a process. Nobody that cooperates, which is what snitching is cooperation with the government. It's cooperation with law enforcement. That is snitching. Making statements against someone to send them to jail is snitching. This isn't, maybe this dynamic isn't people's strong suit. But for those of us that experience the system and how it works, the trial strategy that Drew Finley and his team of lawyers is presenting is a correct trial strategy for the trial at hand. Trial strategy is not snitching. Cooperating with the government is snitching. Making statements against someone to send them to prison is snitching. Working with law enforcement to build a case on someone is snitching. Working with law enforcement, providing them information on criminal activity is snitching. Calling the 1-800 tip line and leaving an anonymous tip on your competitors is snitching. Having your girl make tips and call police is snitching. What Durk doing is going to trial. The prosecution has a strategy. They're saying Durk the mastermind. Vonnie pled out to whatever he pled out to the things that he did. Durk lawyer said, my client had nothing to do with this. They're saying is the mastermind. Durk is saying, I'm not the mastermind. He pled out to this shit. He said he did everything. I didn't instruct him to do none of that, which makes him the mastermind. This is not a, it's not a hard, it's not a debatable situation. Working and cooperating with the government is snitching, not trial strategy. A lot of y'all are confused with the two. His lawyer is not making an arrangement or a deal with the prosecution saying this. He's saying this to the jury in hopes they take their word and their story and move with that as opposed to taking the prosecution side. Snitching is when your lawyer goes to the prosecution and creates a deal for you to cooperate with the prosecutor and for lesser time. That's snitching. Your lawyer at trial with their strategy, telling it to a jury, is a trial strategy, not snitching. The only way you snitch is if you cooperate with the government, not trial strategy. People want to nitpick this shit simply because they don't like that. All this shit depends on if you like the man or you don't like him. That's where we at. If you haven't been to, if you haven't had a friend and walked with him and he went to trial and you stood by his side and you was well informed on the proceedings that took place during his trial, then you might need to relax a little bit on what's going on here because you're just not informed. But I'm here, Big Cuz here. I'm telling y'all, it's not snitching. Get out your feelings. The nigga not a rat. Gucci Mane a rat. When you admit that, then admit that. That's fact. He cooperating with the government. He cooperating with the prosecution. He's gonna take the stand. That's ratting. No fucking business, man. That's ratting. If you can't call that flat out, then you ain't got no say so on what's going on here. Cause you biased. And that's your biased opinion. I ain't offended by it, but I'm just telling you what it is. So for those of y'all out here that want to have this conversation, have it with some people that understand what's going on here. Because not a lot of people understand. Don't get caught up. Don't get mad. Just let them have it. Because at the end of the day, the opinions of the circle of people that's involved and connected to that shit is the only one that matter. But to call it fair, trial strategy is not snitching. Y'all enjoy y'all day. I hope y'all listen to this. I hope this, you know, educate you on what it is and what it ain't. And you know what I'm saying? Subscribe, like, share, man, comment, whatever. Let me know what you think.